When asserting a justification defense, a criminal defendant admits to engaging in the charged conduct, but argues that criminal liability isn't appropriate because of the circumstances surrounding that conduct. In United States v. Holmes, we explore one type of justification defense, namely necessity. In 1841, the American ship William Brown left England for Philadelphia with 17 crew members and 65 passengers on board. About a month into the journey, the ship struck an iceberg off Newfoundland and began to sink quickly. The captain, 8 crew members, and 1 passenger got into the ship's jolly boat, and the first mate, 8 remaining crew members, and 32 passengers boarded the ship's longboat. The passengers obliged to remain behind perished with the ship. The next morning, as the jolly boat and longboat started to drift apart, the captain instructed crew members on the longboat to obey the first mate. The longboat was overloaded and leaky, prompting a brief discussion between the captain and first mate. They agreed that the longboat was unlikely to remain seaworthy for long and that it may become necessary to cast lots and throw people overboard to lighten the load. The longboat survived the day, but worsening weather brought high winds and rain. By nighttime, the situation was apparently desperate, and the first mate instructed the crew members, quote, "Men, you must go to work, or we shall all perish," unquote. Without any collective discussion with the passengers or casting of lots, the crew, including Holmes, threw 16 passengers to their deaths. One passenger, Francis Askin, offered Holmes money to spare his life till morning when lots could be drawn. Holmes refused and threw Askin overboard. The next morning, the longboat was rescued by a passing ship. Holmes was subsequently charged with manslaughter upon the high seas for Askin's death. At trial, the captain testified that Holmes was a kind man and always obedient to superiors' orders. In the district court, Holmes asserted a justification defense based on necessity, arguing that criminal liability wasn't appropriate because throwing passengers, including Askin, overboard was essential for self-preservation.